Hey guys, quick vid on tire tubes. As you see, I got this billy goat here. You got one decent wheel, and you don't have one on that side. All right, what happened was yesterday, customer brought it by, won't start. So basically, I said, all right, I'll take a look at it. We'll get it going. So I need to rebuild the carburetor. It's an old Briggs 8-horse. I'll get that done. But I want to talk about the tire tube. I brought the wheel and tire to my dealer because he charges only $6 to put the tubes in and stuff. I mean, you can't beat that kind of price, you know, especially on a hot day or something. So I brought it by. Picked it up at the end of the day, put it on. And this morning I get up and I was going to throw it on. I had it in the back of the truck. It's flat. Okay. So one thing I want to talk about, I brought it back. He's going to fix it. When you fix tires by putting tubes in them, you have to first figure out what caused the leak. What I do, I have a utility sink in my basement that's big enough to fit even a full-size tractor tire, rear tire in it. So I fill up that sink with water, fill up the tube or the tire, as much as I can with air, 30 pounds or so, and I stick it in, and I see where there are things bubbling up. Usually it's a nail or a screw or something. So what I'll do is I'll take a piece of grease pencil or chalk and I'll circle where the leak's coming from. This way, when I take it to the dealer to throw the tube in, he'll know exactly, once he dismounts the tire, he'll know to go in there and feel for, at that location with his finger, feel for what it is and remove it. A lot of times what people do, they go to the store, they buy a tube, they figure it's just leaking somewhere. They don't know about how it's leaking or why it's leaking, and they'll throw a tube in. They'll put the tube in, they'll install it correctly, they'll put air in it, it'll air up the tire, and then an hour later, 2 hours later, even 5 minutes later, or next day, it's flat. But what happened is, they didn't take out what caused the flat. The little piece of nail or screw or metal or whatever was piercing through the tread that was still in the tire. So whenever you go to put a tube in, make sure before you put the tube in, find out where the leak is on the tire. If it's in the bead, that's a different story. If it was in the bead, the tube wouldn't have failed, the tube would still hold. But in this case, I'm sure it's something that was in the tread. Maybe he felt around and didn't really feel anything, but it was enough to pierce the tube and cause the tube to fail. So just a tip. When you go to put tubes in, make sure you've eliminated the cause of the leak before you put the tube in, because then you'll waste money on a good tube. There are patch kits for tubes, but I'm just saying you don't want to waste your time either. So just a tip about tubes, guys. Hopefully you'll take it to heed and it'll help you out one time. All right, that's it for me. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.